All right, it's Talking Points on Splash FM. Good afternoon and welcome to the program. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. The whole idea behind the program, of course, you know. Okay, so if you didn't know, it is to get us talking about things that affect us as a people. I mean, talk about our own specific problems and see how we solve them. And that's the whole essence of assembling again at this table today. It's Talking Points on Splash FM 105.5 here in the city of Ibadan. Two things on the table. Of course, June the 5th, that's on Friday, I guess, or Saturday, I guess, is the World Environment Day. I have questions about the environment. Of course, you know that in recent times we've been, really talking about the environmental issues and the role that human beings are playing in making the environment less hospitable for the people. You know, when we started with the MDGs and then we graduated to the SDGs, you had the environment as one of the core conversations around the SDGs. So you are talking about sustainable cities, you are talking about resilient cities, you are talking about life underwater, you are talking about life on land, and the rest of it. So you understand that it is about prosperity and life for the planet as well as the people. So we are bringing conversations around that. I also understand that there is an industrial action going on in the UCH, University College Hospital. I understand that some members of staff or some staffers around in some groups have embarked on an indefinite strike action. I hope to get to the bottom of that. Really. And then let's see how things turn out on the program today. Okay, so if you like to, go through issues around what's going on around us. And then, we usually typically look at the newspapers and then get to have an understanding of what's going on or what's happening around. Okay, so it's Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Okay, so let me quickly just take a few items in the news and then we get talking about that. I have an environmental man in the house. I'll bring him to the microphone in a moment. But first of all, let's just do some, justice to some issues that we have in the newspapers. All right, so I'll graduate quickly to the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune, and I was looking at some news items that I thought we should look at. And this is one of them. Ethnic religious suspicion fueling crisis in Nigeria, says Alaafin. The Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, on Wednesday said that ethnic and religious suspicion and are fueling crisis in Nigeria, saying the return of federalism remains the only panacea to insecurity and other socio-economic challenges. In a statement titled "A Nation on Trial of Survival," forwarded to journalists in Ibadan, Oyo State Capital, the monarch lamented that the greatest act of patriotism to save the country from imminent collapse is the courage to confess the truth that this is not the best moment for the country, politically, economically, and indeed security-wise. According to the statement, the problem, unfortunately, has degenerated to the level of both ethnic and religious suspicion, to levels that had been unprecedented in the history of the country. The situation in the country is so fragile that one can hardly see any genuine intention in the security agencies, including customs service, without reading bias into it. I make bold to say that the return to true federalism today is necessary, national imperative. Hence, I personally see a return to federalism that will develop power or will devolve power to the states as another word for restructuring, which is gaining currency across the country at the moment. You heard it there from the Alaafin of Oyo. The story is headlined Ethnic Religious Suspicion Fueling Crisis in Nigeria. Okay. Bishop Kuka, in the news again, those who govern us have no blood in their veins or in their hearts. Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Right Reverend Matthew Hassan Kuka, said the continuous killings of citizens in the country show that the presidential villa, government houses, and National Assembly are not evidence of civilization. He also added that political leaders have no blood in their hearts. He said this in his homily at the burial of Reverend Father Alphonsus Yasim Bello at Our Lady of Apostles Catholic Church, Kaduna, on Wednesday. Reverend Father Alfonso Yasim Bello was kidnapped and murdered by bandits on May 21st, 2021 in Katsina State. Okay. So he said those who govern us are allowing the killing of citizens because they have no blood in their hearts. Goke, let me bring Goke very quickly to the microphone just to respond to this matter. So Reverend Kuka here saying that those who govern us have no blood in their hearts. Just basically, how do you, allow your people to be, cut down just like that?
Of course.
Alaafin also said that you have ethnic and religious, crisis or narratives fueling the crisis in the country. Yeah. Your thoughts on these two items?
Of course, I'm so happy that these other people that we talk about, that they synergize with government, especially the traditional rulers and religious leaders. And both of them have been represented here, in which we have the Alaafin and we have Reverend Kuka. Of course, Reverend Kuka have said it all. In a situation whereby we don't value lives. And it's not about the funny thing is we don't even bother about the lives involved. We just, maybe it's just one, it's just two, it's just five. Imagine just May 1, 2021, Reverend Father was abducted and killed. You would expect that in a state, in a sane society, something should have been done about that. Yeah. But nothing will happen. I just had the news of the Niger State. We just had it last week that students were kidnapped. And of course, in just a moment, the governor was out of the state, out of the country. Actually, said looking for help. I actually still do not understand which help he's looking for at the moment. When your house is on fire, you are out. And you began to ask yourself several questions. What do these governors, what do they do with their security vote? Plus or minus? I think someone came around, I think Barrister Shito also, and said, a governor in Nigeria is under 1 billion each month, every month. So you ask yourself, what do they really do with all of this? Do they really have blood in their body? And you see, I was privy to an interview, I think one that they were doing, I think the public hearing that they were doing in Lagos. And one man that was a speaker was facing the members' House of Representatives and the Senate there. He said, you people collect too much. And the woman responded and said, I did not come here to come and talk about me. He said, but that's the truth. He said, don't see it as an attack to you. I'm talking about all of you. You collect money and we see nothing. You ask ourselves, our security apparatus, what are we doing to it? And back to Alaafin because of time, we have to go back to true federalism. We've been saying it, that the federal has become too powerful. The federal is far away from the people. They've become too powerful that the states are not even getting anything. I was sharing with you. I told you the other time. I said we called the governor chief security officer of the state. What exactly do they control? He's the chief of what exactly? The police is not under his command. The civil defense is not under his command. FRSC not under his command. So what exactly? Maybe Amotekun, ESN, or Ibubiagu. So, of course, we have to ask ourselves these certain questions. And how far can we sustain this? These are questions that if religious leaders can say this, if traditional rulers can say this, so you bother yourself to ask you, what is on the mind of an average Nigerian? See, we just look at political appointments, and there's this sentiment all over, and like, it's normal. And a Yoruba man would think, I'll be fine when maybe I have a Yoruba president. And when an Igbo person is there, you say, okay, I think this is our own time too. We cannot continue like this. A nation on a path of development cannot continue like this. I've been saying it. I don't think we're intentional to make change. I look around the country. I don't think we're intentional to make change at all.
Wow. All right. It's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Okay. being intentional. Goke always talks about being intentional.
Intention for me every time.
Goke, I like your spirit, but you see, you will need to help us. How do you want us to, attack the issues? Because when you say intentional, I need you to break it down. How do you think we should be intentional to, attack these issues that you're talking about? What do you mean by being intentional?
For me, being intentional is to have the will to solve it. And you look at it, see, every problem has a root. And to every problem, there is a solution. They usually tell us that, I think during my secondary school days, that every word problem, we have a solution. Every problem has a solution. Look at it as a leader. As a leader, you're not just there because only you are the best person. No, you've just been choosing to represent the people. Listen to people. That's part of your intentionality. Listen to people. These are ideas. Buy the ideas. Don't just come and load yourself on people. And once you see the parts here, but you decide that you want to follow the bush, we know that you are not intentional. Because it's not as if you don't see it. Are you telling me that Senate members don't know that they collect too much?
What do you mean by collect too much?
They collect too much for allowance. They collect too much for salaries. It is too much. See, there is something.
They are working.
They are working. I'm not against that.
Okay.
But in a society where we have 33% of unemployed people, and someone is collecting close to 50 million every month, how do you justify that, for Christ's sake?
Are they not working?
Do they have? I think I'm coming to the conclusion. Do they really have blood running through their body? Because you ask yourself certain questions. Being intentional again, for me, before I go, being intentional is look at the problem again. Seek to the grassroots. What do your people want? See, don't let's deceive ourselves that you are there to represent yourself. These 4 years, these people are not there to represent. They just go and just block their head. They think they can throw project at us and throw money. I think that's the new narrative. The kids so somebody just give 1 million. That's all. Just give. No, you are not intentional to stop it. You don't have the will. Let us see that you have the will to solve this problem. I've been saying it. I've not seen any Southeast governor call any grassroots meeting on security till now. Till date, I've not seen. If anybody, any of our listeners have seen, they might actually come and tell us here. But I have not seen any of them. It's part of it. Your people know they are the ones that you're governing. You are there to show their interest. You are there to do what they want.
All right.
So let's see that nexus. Let's see that connection. Let's see that synergy there.
All right. He's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Goke, they are giving a piece of his mind. Okay. So you can listen live on our website, www.splashfm1055.com. You can also watch us live on Facebook. We're live streaming, really. Okay, just go to www.facebook.com/SplashFM105.5 Ibadan and you'll find us there. You can tweet at SplashFM1055, at SplashFM1055 and hashtag talking points. Let's know your thoughts on these matters. I still have two matters to discuss. I'll bring one of them now to the microphone. I'm expecting to speak with the public relations officer of the UCH. So I've just been chatting with him now, see if we could bring him to the microphone and then get the striking workers to also speak with us and then talk about the environment. World Environment Day 2021. Okay, the story here is in the Tribune, just 2 days ago that the strike, started. Services grounded as medical workers at UCH commence indefinite strike. Healthcare services at University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State on Tuesday became paralyzed as workers under the aegis of the Nigerian Union of Allied Health Professionals downed tools to demand for their salaries. Members of the union who carried placards with various inscriptions moved into the hospital to stop some of their members from working. The chairman of the union is called NALF's chairman, Mr. Oladayo Labankpe, at a press briefing to announce the indefinite strike by members of the union who consist of all health workers in the hospital. Aside from doctors and nurses, said its members decided to embark on the strike because some of them employed in 2020 are being owed 5 months' salaries. He also stated that stipends of interns in the medical line at the hospital had also been irregular since January 2021. and claim that this amounts to double standards. Okay, so we'll get to get perspectives to this matter on the program today of Splash FM 105.5 here in the city of Ibadan. Have a commercial break. Please don't go away.
Splash FM 105.5.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Attain the knowledge you require to join the broadcasting industry. Splash FM Media Academy offers premium training to both aspiring and practicing personalities. And enroll now at Splash FM Media Academy for a certificate of proficiency in broadcast journalism. Splash FM Media Academy courses include Introduction to Presentation, Basic Production, Digital Media, Yoruba Presentation, plus interactive practical mentorship session with veterans and industrial placement. To register, visit the Splash FM Media Academy beside White House, Felele, Ibadan. But you can also register online at splashfm1055.com/academy or call 0705-439-3332. Visit our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Splash FM Academy for more details. Realize your potential and pursue a career in radio broadcasting today. Splash FM Media Academy, preserving media integrity.
Sense of fresh. I feel the freshness. I got the confidence. With the liquid filled chewing gum, not scent of fresh. I'm feeling good. I feel so yes, I feel so fresh. I feel so fresh. I got confidence. Scent of fresh. The correct chewing gum, not scent of fresh. No darling with scent of fresh. Scent of fresh chewing gum. Trust the freshness.
Blessing. Your Bobo don't dash you gift again.
He bought me the new Itel P37 smartphone, and right there, I got a free gift and 3,000 naira airtime.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The Itel Mega Sales promo is on. Buy the new Itel P37 and stand a chance to win a package of Itel family products like Itel TV, Itel laptops, and many more. Promo runs from now till the 30th of June. Terms and conditions apply. Itel, enjoy better life.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Chidi, now where you dey go dey jump road up and down?
Na papa say make I buy am shakis.
Shagini? Oh, I don't tell this man say make you no dey send this boy buy alcohol na. Papa Chidi, abeg no dey send this pikin buy shakis o.
Mama Chidi, why na? No be buy I say make him buy. Make I no dey send a message again.
Papa Chidi, you no know say na small before you go wan know how the thing dey taste, eh? And if that one come happen, when you come dey drink am, gangan, na big problem be that o.
He reach that one?
Yes, so Papa Chidi, he reach. Person wey never reach 18 no suppose touch alcohol. Papa Chidi, you hear me so? Even the Federal Ministry of Health talk say alcohol na for only person wey don reach 18.
Okay, I don hear. I no go send am again. In fact, make I go tell am myself. Chidi!
Now, Distillers and Blenders Association of Nigeria, DBAN, will be subsector of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, bring on this message.
My people, better
Better don land. Make una come see ogbonge cable wey dem manufacture for we obodo Nigeria. Na Pure Cables. Pure Cables na correct electrical cable wey dey reliable, dependable, and the people wey dem make am call dey safety conscious. Pure Cables get original copper and aluminium cable for different sizes dem wey you fit use for electrical wiring level for anywhere. Whether na your house, abi na your office, the price nko e no dey tear pocket at all. Nationwide distribution don start. For more information, call 0808 030 3257. 0808 030 3257. Pure Cable and Wire Limited. They have print compound, 4 gate, 122/132. Oshodi Apapa Expressway, Iyano Solo Bus Stop, Lagos. Pure Cables, Nigerian Electrical Contractors endorser, SON approver. Pure Cables, na Yubico.
A fully furnished, nice and comfortable hostel accommodation in University of Ibadan, or a place for seminars and executive trainings at the same venue? You do not have to worry. Adebayo Akonde Hall suits your lodging needs and provides you a home away from home. Adebayo Akonde Hall is a 4-star hostel built in a serene environment with constant supply of electricity. It has fully furnished rooms that gives you great comfort at an affordable price. Adebayo Akonde Hall is located at Ajibode Extension, University of Ibadan. To make reservations, visit www.adebayohall.com or call the numbers 0805 699 8718, 0805 699 8719, 0805 699 8720. Adebayo Akonde Hall. Built for comfort. Built for you.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, the program is Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. I told you a while ago that the 5th of June every year is set aside as World Environment Day. Okay, so the World Environment Day is one of the biggest annual events organized by the United Nations to generate awareness about the significance of nature and greenery. Okay, so I was established, in 1972, basically after a conference on the human environment. And for this year, for 2021, it's about the theme for this year is ecosystem restoration, and Pakistan will be the global host for the big day. Okay, essentially, it is about generating enough awareness about the importance of the environment in the total existence and survival of mankind, as well as nature, and also to draw our attention to the need to speed up action and activities about the questions about the environment and global warming, or if you like, you say climate change. It has been projected that, of course, temperature of the Earth is rising and rising, and the implication is this: the hotter it becomes, the more difficult it becomes to survive. So when you have flooding and all these extreme weather cases, you need to begin to understand that they are results of how we have treated nature. And the perspective that I'd like to take, or the angle that I'd like to focus on today on the program, is to talk about plastic waste, or waste and plastic waste generally. And I have somebody here who is an advocate in that area. I'll bring him to the microphone in a moment. Nigeria generates some 32 million tons of waste per year, of which 2.5 million tons is plastic waste. The country's disposal, recycling, and waste management system is very inefficient dealing with both plastic and non-plastic waste, most of which 70% of it, that is, ends up in landfills, sewers, breaches, water bodies. I understand that even in recent times, fish had been caught, and then in the belly of the fish, you had plastic and all that. Okay, so last year, a law on plastic waste was set to be approved by the Federal Executive Council. It was initiated by the Nigerian Federal Ministry of Environment. The national policy aims at improving plastic waste management in the most populous country on the African continent. I know that a lot of countries have put up safeguards or policies, if you like, about plastic. I know the very first is Rwanda. Rwanda is said to be one of the most compliant SDG countries in Africa, in fact, in the world. If you are traveling to Rwanda today and you have plastic or polythene material in your luggage, be very sure that you are going to be delayed at the airport. I know that, I think it's Tanzania and Kenya. I know that these countries have also followed suit. So you understand the implication of it. If you litter everywhere with plastic, you are going to cause a lot of problems for the nation. So let's talk about plastic today. Ayomide Aroshegbe is the founder and team lead of Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria Initiative. Ayomide, welcome to Talking Points today.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to be here on the show.
It's a pleasure to have you as well.
Thank you, sir.
Let's talk about plastic waste. I know that you are, you run an initiative on Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria, and essentially about waste and plastic waste. That's the focus, right? Okay, so tell me, what is the implication of having too much plastic around us?
Wow, it's a whole lot having too much plastic waste around us. Firstly, let's look at the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So, or the environment generally. So I'm sorry to start with a scientific term.
Go ahead, please.
Biotic and the abiotic. So let me just break it down now. Biotic means living things. Abiotic, non-living things.
Yeah.
So functionally, these two entities or these two parts of the environment, they have to function equally so that the environment can be a place that is safe for all. Now, plastics now in the environment, when they are too much, now it affects both the physical and the biological aspect of the environment. Now, let's look at the physical aspect, which are the land, the water, and the air. So when we have too much of this, for example, looking at the aquatic part of the environment, they are not too safe. They are not too healthy for life in water, for example.
Okay.
So because plastics contain chemicals, which when they enter in the ocean, when they enter water, when these fishes feed on them, when they mix with water, or when these fishes eat them, they hurt or they harm their system.
They don't digest, right?
No.
Plastic doesn't digest.
They become microplastics. They don't digest.
Okay.
And they don't easily decompose. It takes a lot of years for them to decompose. So then they are just there, polluting the environment. Now, it doesn't even stop in the belly of the fishes. At the end, when somebody goes to buy them in the market, and eventually the microplastics that are now in the belly of the fishes, and now you cook the fishes, it's like a chain that is going from the fishes now to those that are eating them, and continues like that in the environment.
That's very hazardous, if you ask me.
Very.
And we need to do something about plastic particularly. And today, almost everything has been reduced to plastic. Even a lot of people go to the market when they buy, vegetable, they put it in plastic. When they buy bread, they put it in plastic. Of course, bread is in nylon already, and then you have another wrapper outside of the wrapper that comes with the bread. So some people buy 5 different items in the market, and they want nylon, polythene bags for everything. So you begin to have a multiplication of nylon or plastic materials everywhere at home. And for many people, of course, a lot of people have been advocating that we use paper instead. So paper wrappers rather than all that. In some countries, you have legislation. I understand that the Federal Executive Council has made a policy about it, but it seems not to be working. Nigeria happens to be one of the countries where you have the greatest number of plastic waste. What do you think we should do about it? Tell me about your own initiative, really.
All right, so let me start by talking about the Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria Initiative. So the Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria Initiative is a youth-led organization with a focus to promote environmental sustainability with awareness, with environmental education and environmental projects. So I think the first thing we need to do is information, awareness to the people. Not too many people are aware of the effects, or let me say the hazardous effects of these chemicals or plastics around us, what they become or what they eventually do to us. So what we are doing currently is to raise awareness, let people know that this in the environment, this not correctly disposed, this not well disposed in the right place, they ought and they eventually lead to things that can harm us, not only now, even to the coming generations. And that's what sustainability is all about. So we are not just thinking about we ourselves now. Yes, we will not be here forever. So definitely at some point we'll live and our children or other generations will come. So let's take, for example, now, currently there's a data or there's a projection about fishes in the sea, that we have more plastics in the ocean than fishes. Yes, that's what's happening now. So let's take 50 years to come. So what will be the hope of fishes? What will be the hope of our children? Now we can go to beaches or rivers seeing fishes. So when our children come, what will be their hope? So the first thing is awareness, number one. Then the second thing is putting in place a system of waste management and recycling.
Okay, awareness. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then 2, you said waste management system.
Effective, yes, sir, waste management system.
I will come to effective waste management system in a moment, but I want to stay on this matter of awareness.
Yes, sir.
It looks like we in this country, it looks like we don't really care. Is it because we're not giving enough awareness, or maybe because leadership is not providing the moral compass? What exactly is the problem? You see, in those days, when we were very little, if you ate, something in nylons and you were going to throw it away, you usually put it in your pocket and go home with it. But even if you were going to throw it away, you will look left and right, look back and all that before you drop it on the road. But today, you see people going and eating, donuts and all that, and what they just do is they just fling the wrapper. It looks like, it's pushing me to ask a question. Where do we place the matter? Where do we place I'm not looking at placing a blame now, but where did we get it wrong?
Yes. I will start from the place of individual, having an understanding of individual perspective of responsibility to the environment. Because if I know that after eating bread or after drinking my Coke or Fanta, and I fling it off my car, off my vehicle, and knowing what effect that just one plastic will cause, I would do a rethink of it. That's number one. Then number 2, when we have some laws and enforcement, yes, it might be harsh at first. Where there are no standards, where there are no rules, where there are no laws, anything goes. And when anything goes, most times, things don't tend to work at those places. So, to be honest, there must be stringent measures if we are going to achieve, if we are going to get a beautiful and cleaner and healthier, environment in Nigeria.
Are you going to be flogging people everywhere, saying that you throw something, pow, pow? Are you going to be flogging people? Really?
No. We are not going to be flogging people. So we start from the place of awareness. And the place of awareness, is coming down to everybody's level. Because, most of these SDGs, 17 SDGs that we talk about, environmental sustainability, most of these things are spelled out and coded in English. But now, like our initiative, for example, we are trying to come to everyone's level. Maybe one Mama BC or Mama Shalewa in the market, like expressing it to them, even in Yoruba, to let them know that. Because if you go to them with placards and say, okay, plastic pollution, some of them maybe they have not even seen the word pollution before. When they see pollution, they'll just take off their eyes. But we are looking at a way to frame, to bring an inclusion, bringing everybody to understand this. Now, the government too, we need to work. It's not what one person can do. Like the 17th goal of the SDGs that talk about partnership for the goals. Yeah. So the partnership is not only the NGOs or individuals. Governments will need to even partner with organizations, youth-led initiatives to achieve all this. Like what Goke said earlier during what he was sharing before, there's need for everyone to come together, for government to hear the youth. Like there are so many innovations, there are so many ideas that we youth have to put in place to achieve all that we want.
Okay. You talked about waste management, efficient, right? Or
yes,
effective waste management. Okay, maybe I will add my own to say effective and efficient waste management system, which is basically absent.
Yes, sir.
Across the states. If you focus on Oyo State, I know that's what obtains in practically many states in the country. But in Oyo State here, people seem to think that we just dump refuse anywhere because the excuse is we don't have places to put the refuse. So whose responsibility is it to provide efficient and effective waste management system?
Yes, I wouldn't say the government alone, but I also had the responsibility of the people to it.
Okay.
Now, like I said earlier, that it's not what only the government can do. Now, government can come up with an initiative to allow maybe private organizations, coming up to bring up initiatives or systems whereby we can have proper and effective waste management or recycling systems. For example, even in Nigeria, some people have traveled outside the country. They've seen how things work there. But returning home, they are not able to practicalize those things. I was in a lecture on Monday, and the person that was facilitating, that was speaking to us, she knows that we can separate waste. She knows everything, but the system is not here. So most times she has to trash out her plastics, her expired drugs. She has to throw them away. She's not because she doesn't have where to keep them. She might keep them or pile them up in her house for so long. By the end of the day, and I've had so many people call that Ayomide, I have plastics in my house. How do I recycle them or stuff like that? But the system is a little bit handicapped. So my own thought is, if government can partner with private or even youths that are motivated and interested in this recycling and environmental sustainability, coming together, working together, teaming up, it will be done, I believe.
All right, it's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Momentary break. Please don't go away.
Splash FM 105.5.
Attain the knowledge you require to join the broadcasting industry. Splash FM Media Academy offers premium training to both aspiring and practicing personalities. And enroll now at Splash FM Media Academy for a certificate of proficiency in broadcast journalism. Splash FM Media Academy courses include Introduction to Presentation, Basic Production, Digital Media, Yoruba Presentation, plus interactive practical mentorship session with veterans and industrial placement. To register, visit the Splash FM Media Academy beside White House, Felele, Ibadan. You can also register online at splashfm1055.com/academy or call 0705-439-3332. Visit our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Splash FM Academy for more details. Realize your potential and pursue a career in radio broadcasting today. Splash FM Media Academy, preserving media integrity.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan, and we're talking plastic waste management. I still have in the house Ayomide Arushegbe, founder and team lead, Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria Initiative. And I thought I should ask the question. I know that some years back and up to very recently in Nigeria, as well as in other places and some countries in Africa, where some organizations are collecting plastic as tuition for school. I know that in one place, in one country in Africa, the school was collecting goats or something in lieu of school fees. Let me know how much of that can help us. If you ask people to bring plastic to maybe collect something, bring plastic. You want to go to school, right? Come to school, bring this so number of plastic bottles, and then you can go to school. How grounded are we in this area?
Yes, it's very helpful. In fact, it's already happening. It's already happening in Lagos. African Cleanup Initiative, they are already on a program called Recycle Pay. So some schools in Lagos, I think around Ajegunle, so they bring plastics, and the initiative helps them to pay their school fees, lesson fees, and even the school, they are able to provide some, materials for the school. So it's a way to, help clean the environment and help solve another problem. So like I said, looking at the SDG goals, like quality education, zero hunger. So you are using clean water and sanitation, to
also solve other problems.
Also solve other problems.
Hunger, poverty,
hunger,
education.
poverty, education. So it's interwoven. It's something that can work because it's even already working. Even apart from education, they also use plastics for pads. For growing teenagers, for girls, able to get sanitary pads for sometimes is always an issue for them sometimes. And we know that food currently at this time, due to the economy, our initiative, Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria, we are also looking at using plastic to meet the problem of food, to solve the problem of zero, or to meet the goal of zero hunger. So we are still looking at health and some other things because, health is wealth, we believe. So some people, they can't afford malaria drugs or, even just common things. So it helps to clean the environment and still helps to meet the goal of good health and well-being too.
So after collecting plastic from people in lieu of money for tuition and the rest of it, what do people do with it? Because I know that setting up a recycling plant is also, intensive, capital intensive. You need to have a lot of money to set up a plant. You can also convert general waste to wealth or to electricity and the rest of it. These things are very expensive. So, in you operate in your state, right?
Oyo State, Lagos State. Also.
Okay, so tell me how widespread or how popular is recycling itself as an art and science in the area of helping to solve the plastic waste problem?
Currently, it's not really popular, but there is this informal sector. I'll call them informal sector, but I don't think they even see it as promoting environmental sustainability. They actually see it as ways to make money. There are some of the northern people that come that, pick materials around in the dustbin, they pick metals, they pick plastics. But what I want to add is now
that's basically for empowerment. It's not about rescuing the environment.
The environment, yes. So what I want to add is recycling itself is a big value chain. So because you mentioned the capital intensive part, yes, actually, but it's a big chain starting from collection to sorting to baling. Then you can now move on to, okay, maybe you want to shred it or you want to cut it. So, everyone can start from somewhere in the value chain. If you don't have the whole capacity to, collect, but, we must have the mind or the goal of, we want to rescue the environment. And of course, it will be of economic benefit to us. And that's one of the goals of what we are doing to commemorate World Environment Day on Saturday, the Ibadan Plastic Waste Recovery. We are trying to sensitize people on, or to make them aware of the economic and the environmental benefits of maximizing plastic waste.
Okay, so you're going to be collecting, plastic, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you collect, basically, I thought I should ask you, what are you going to do with the plastic?
Oh, awesome. Thank you, sir. So when we collect, of course, we have partners that are recyclers.
Okay.
So once they collect, we take it to their own facility where they bale. Then they now pass it on to other companies that will shred, that will cut it. Then the companies can now take it to those that are using it to make fabrics into another plastics. So it's a very wide value chain. It's a circular economy. That's the term that we circular economy, that everyone can just find a way to plug in or fit in.
So how I'd like you to address the people at home now, the attitude of the people towards waste generally and specifically to plastic waste. What should we do
All right. So the first thing we need to know that we need a clean and healthy environment. Why do we need a clean and healthy environment? It's because of what it does to us, or because of its effect on our well-being. Some people, they complain of malaria, they complain of different health issues, but the first thing we should look at is our environment. Yoruba, permit me to use what one word in Yoruba is a phrase that imototo lo le segun arun gbogbo. That is cleanliness is like the antidote for various or diverse diseases. So the first thing is to look at our surrounding. Now, we need to effectively dispose our waste. We should not just be flinging our waste just anywhere, because when they live there, they are just scattered around. When rain falls, some are taken to drainages, leading to flooding, leading to, at the end of the day, some even end in the ocean. And, we love fishes, we love meat. At the end of the day, these things, they also feed on the materials we have indiscriminately disposed. You understand? So we should now take caution and take responsibility for our waste to properly manage them.
0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 949 3000. Those are the numbers if you'd like to talk to us. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 949 3000. You can tweet at Splash FM 1055, at Splash FM 1055. Hashtag talking points. I'll be here to receive your tweets and read them if they arrive at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Someone is tweeting here. Let's say that Goke raised the issue of governors not being efficient in their handling of billions of security votes. Next is saying the states aren't getting enough. I'm a bit confused. Whatever the system adopted, isn't it going to be run by people? Okay, so someone is responding to Goke there. Well, the point is that it may sound paradoxical for a lot of people, but it's what it is, isn't it? So when we say they're not getting enough, we're basically saying that the system has been overly centralized. That's what Goke was trying to say there. I have a caller here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Ayorin Bola Jasper.
Mr.
I'm calling you from
Bola Jasper.
Opposite.
Yes, sir.
When I was a child, I know of some people whose business is to collect empty beer bottles.
Yeah.
And then take it to the brewery.
Yeah.
The man over there, what is he doing with everything that is being done with plastic? How can they encourage some people like their agents to collect all this waste and bring it to somewhere in exchange for money?
Okay, I know that Ayomide has been saying that, you see, we should not pay too much attention to the economic. We should also look at it from the environmental perspective. So we should look at it that when we collect waste, when we pick plastic, we are helping the environment first. I think that's paramount before we can now go to make money from it. We have to solve a problem first before we make money from solving the problem. I hope you understand that. So I allow him to talk now.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, of course, that opportunity is available. And while they are also taking those plastic waste from the environment to make economic benefits, definitely it's also reducing and minimizing the plastic pollution in society. So this would be a follow-up. I don't know if I'm permitted to drop my contact so we can now take it further on having people to come together.
You cannot drop your contact now. Okay, another tweet here from at YPPJF. It says Ayomide is really involved in a worthwhile initiative. Kudos, keep it up. But however, much will sensitize the populace to understand the hazards of improper plastic waste disposal. The question remains, how are the plastics to be disposed of?
Yes, like I said, we need. It's not what we've been trying. In the green ecosystem, recyclers, NGOs to raise the awareness and create systems of recycling. But the population is quite huge that our resources or our capacity might not be able to handle, all the plastics of everyone, because number one, there's need for logistics to move around.
Okay, let's attend to this caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Hi, my name is Thomas. I'm calling from my hospital.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yes, I want to suggest plastic for food. I mean, plastic, big plastic, you get Gary, you get ice. I'm telling you, your warehouse will be full to the brim. I guarantee you that. Plastic for food will make it.
Plastic for food. Thank you very much. Imagine that. Okay, so ask people to bring plastic and collect food. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good morning, Brother Michael. How are you doing?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much.
Good to hear your voice. And Goke, how are you doing today?
Goke is fine.
Okay, so my question is just a point. I think I like what the Alafi has said. We need more of the, Obas and the emirs to talk more, because what we have is the civil problems. And then you cannot solve the civil problem using a political solution. So I think it's in the right direction. If more people like the Alafis and then the religious leaders can chip in, I think we will solve the problems that we have in Nigeria. Have a wonderful day and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's Isaac Oyedino there from North Carolina. Thank you very much. Okay, so in another tweet, like he rightly said, this is still at YPPJF. If I'm able to separate my non-degradable wastes from the degradables, where are the facilities for the recycling or proper disposing of the wastes? Okay, he said there are many companies using recycled plastic in their products. For example, I mentioned the company there. Okay, so though the aim is mostly commercial, I think it's a starting point. Of course, it is a starting point. Another call here now. Just this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today.
Thank you. This is Ayuko calling from here.
Yes, sir.
May I get that to respond to comment?
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. President Barakuka is always right. He is not one of those persons of Mr. President. Mr. President don't always talk to Nigeria. When I want to address Nigeria, Nigeria will not be happy. This is not about, because it shows that there is no blood running in their veins, because Mr. President is too lackadaisical to the plight and the killing that is going on in Nigeria.
All right, thank you.
So, the statement made by Mr. President yesterday, that statement was uncalled for.
All right.
We should not expect that from a good leader.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Okay, Ayeko Uto there also speaking with us. All right, that's the size of the calls and essentially the size of the program for today. Okay, so Ayomide, before you go, I'd like you to just in 1 minute help me to understand. Someone was tweeting here that it's still basically plastic collection is still basically and essentially for commercial purpose. How much of convincing do we still need to understand that it's beyond that?
Yeah, so we need to, I think, looking at the effects of plastics on fishes, or maybe if you can actually show people the effect of plastics on aquatic animals, maybe when we bring a fish and show them that look at this fish, look at plastic or microplastics inside, and you could have eaten this if it's not, basically separated or dissected for you to see. So looking at the ripple effect and the ultimate effect on our health, and not only for us, for the future and the coming generations. It's all about sustainability. That's even the most important thing. Everyone wants, procreation and continuity, So looking at that, it's not only about you, it's not only about myself, it's not only about we that we are here now, looking about the future also. Right. Yes, sir.
Okay, Ayomide Aroshegbe is founder and team lead Cleaner and Healthier Nigeria Initiative. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and thanks for your time as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to respond to that, saying that, the governors are having too much and then they are having too little. You need to clarify.
The simple time that I've been trying to make is this. If you're going to talk about the fact that the governors don't have power, we're also going to talk about the fact that they have resources at their hand. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the federal has too much power. They should devolve power. But of course, the governors too have to be responsible, because whether we like it or not, like I said, they have the security vote for themselves. They don't owe anybody any explanation. This State House of Assembly don't get to probe them whether they spend it or not. So of course, if much is given to you, much is expected of you. That's what I'm trying to say. They have resources to use it. And the power that you don't have, we will shout, we will cry as much as the federal can hear us for them to give up power to them. That's simple.
Okay, thank you for coming again today.
It's always nice, Michael.
All right, that's the job for today, okay? Next meeting is Monday on another edition of Talking Points on Splash FM. But, on Saturday, we have a meeting also, of course, on Saturday afternoon, Book Splash. I love books. Let's engage on books on Saturday. Much later, okay, Ibadan News Update at 4 o'clock, and then Game On. After Game On, Splash Rendezvous. Let's talk about things around us and see if we could help solve these problems. It's not just about talking about problems. It's about offering solutions. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. I'd like to ask you to enjoy the rest of the day. But wait, do not dump refuse in the waterways, okay?